With me right now is Steve Staiger from the Palo Alto Historical Association. Steve, I understand we owe Foothills Park to Dr. Lee. Tell us about it.
Well, Dr. Russell Lee and his wife, sometime in the late 1950s, decided to give some of their land up in the foothills to the city of Palo Alto and offered, over a series of transactions, over 1,500 acres to the city.
Well, that was a very generous gift, but I understand that Dr. Lee was a character in some other ways in terms of fairly radical ideas back in those days about medicine and social programs.
Well, certainly during the 30s and the 40s and even into the 50s, he was sort of known as a medical radical for some of his far-sighted policies on health-related issues, such as health plans and so forth, that he was promoting, while people in the AMA and others were thinking that these programs were not suitable for the American public.
And I understand that we owe the concept of the Channing House to him, a residential program, housing for elders?
Yes, well, that was one of his plans, was to develop a health care plan system from birth till death. And the Channing House was a way of providing housing for seniors as well as providing the medical care that they would need until their death.
And there was a connection with the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, is that right?
Well, certainly Dr. Lee was one of the founders of the Palo Alto Medical Clinic. He had originally come to Palo Alto in the mid-20s working with Dr. Tom Williams. When Dr. Williams decided to retire, Dr. Lee and his other partners opened the clinic and had the site built at 300 Homer, that is the Roth building today.
Now, Dr. Lee himself comes from an unusual background. I understand there's a Utah connection.
Yes, he was born in Spanish Forks, Utah, but he was the son of a Presbyterian minister who had been sent to Utah to convert Mormons, as it turned out somewhat unsuccessfully.
Well, it sounds like there might be other stories about Dr. Lee, is that correct?
Oh, he's a fascinating character in Palo Alto's past. He was a collector of chess pieces and had a world-renowned collection of them. Certainly developed ideas that caused controversy and created news stories throughout his entire life here in Palo Alto.
And for more information about Dr. Lee and other aspects of Palo Alto history, what would you suggest residents do?
Well, he is covered in the local histories, as well as we do have files and material on him in the Palo Alto History Archives here at the Palo Alto Main Library.
Thanks, Steve.